Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council.
Good Wednesday morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. Clouds and showers today and tonight. Temperatures above freezing, well above freezing, in the low to mid-50s during the day and around 50 at night. Showers and maybe a thunderstorm tomorrow. Temperatures Thursday in the low 60s, and it looks like a south wind up to 30 miles per hour. Rain showers Thursday night, then Friday partly to mostly sunny in the low to mid-50s. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 102.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in Washington, I'm Rebecca Foster. American stock markets plunged on Monday, with President Trump blaming the Federal Reserve for raising interest rates. This as the partial U.S. government shutdown, which is also affecting markets, continued into its third day. And there are fears of a new tsunami in Indonesia, with residents warned to stay away from beaches near the Anak Krakatau volcano.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Quabila Jones, and I have a room full of very special guests today. I want you to help me welcome the members of the Single Moms edition of the Adjusted Crown Mentoring Group. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
All right, and so we have with us today, I'm going to go from my right to left, Ms. Kimberly Smith, Ms. Tara Williams, Tara. All right, Mr. Shara Barber, and Ms. Keandra Borders. I want to thank you all for joining us today. Today is day one of Kawanzaa. If you missed Friday's show, Kawanzaa is a celebration essentially for the African American community, celebrating 7 different principles that a community or a village should be built upon. And today is day one. Kawanzaa always starts the day after Christmas up to New Year's Day. Day one is Umoja, which means unity. So today we're going to talk about unity. I'm not going to use the old cliche, unity in the community, but basically that's what it is. We want to talk about what are some ways that we view unity, how can we increase our unity, what can we do individually and collectively. So without further ado, first we get into that, I want each person to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit more about what you do, what role you play with your organization or within the community. So again, start my right. I'm right-handed, so we just gonna keep it going. Miss Kimberly. Yes, I am.
Because I'm really not much of a talker like this. Okay, well, my name is Kimberly Smith, and I am a part of not only this organization, but I'm also a part of another group called the Weekenders. And in each group, I guess our main focus is about giving back to the community, whatever we can do, wherever we see a need. You know, we try to step in and provide that need.
Okay. And I've been invited to some of those events. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make it. But again, with the different organizations you're in, you all try to implement, again, unity. You know, getting people together that have common interests for common purpose. Mm-hmm. All right. Ms. Tara, I know you're not feeling well, but you can just give us a little brief introduction of yourself.
Okay. My name is Tara.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm a part of the Single Moms Edition. I have 2 children. I'm also a nurse as well.
Okay.
Yeah, with this group, we're just trying our best to just give back and, you know, help those who may be in need. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to be a part of it.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Yashara.
My name is Yashara, and thank Queen Andrea for asking me to be a part of this organization. And not only that, also a published author. I've wrote a book, a poetry and inspiration book called Her Silence Broken. So aside from that, I've also started my own organization where I blog, and it's called Chosen on Purpose. So it allows individuals to understand that their current situations not only do not affect them, however, but they can focus on their purpose and what their destiny is. And so I do a lot of blogging with that, and I'm an employee with the City of Jonesboro.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss. Okay, I keep saying Kendra Key. All right.
Of course, I'm Kendria Borders, and I don't like to say the director, but I put this group together basically for the single moms, because I feel like sometimes we're often forgot about.
Okay.
And I wanted this to be a first line defense for the single moms, to where, you know, they're able to get whatever they need, encouragement, whatever, for our single moms, for, you know, the area and even out. So
okay.
I'm also employed by NEA Baptist, and yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into our questions. And again, our topic for today is unity, or Umoja. And so question one, what are some ways that you try to facilitate unity, whether it's in your organization, on your job, just in your daily life, in your home? And I'm just going to leave it up for whoever wants to go first.
I would say pretty much having an open mind.
Okay.
Having an open mind and understanding the needs of the community, as well as everybody that's affected, and try to go from there as far as having unity.
Okay.
That's good. I also spoke about the same things, having an open mind, sharing or finding individuals who have the same common goals or share the same common values as you.
Okay.
I think that unity is allowing us all to work together, even though we might have different viewpoints. Just being able to focus on whatever our common interests are, and then from there we can focus on the shared purpose.
Okay. And I want to read to everyone what Umoja or unity means: to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. You know, we've seen a lot of division in the news lately, and it's not just about race, politics, economics, across the board. We've seen a lot of division, a lot of disagreements on things, and I feel like as a country we need to try to find that peace and unity and try to come back together as one, again, for a common goal, for a common purpose, to help increase the quality of life of everyone. So that's one thing I would love for us to focus on as a collective. You know, try to be more unified in our dealings, everyday dealings with our community members, you know, our neighbor or our family, whoever you interact with. I would love to see more unity, because we can go somewhere separately, but we can do it much better together. You know, we can achieve a lot of different goals on an individual level. However, if we want to be truly successful and prosperous, we can do more together than separate. All right. Would you all like to weigh in on that first question? What are some ways you try to facilitate unity?
Well, I just try to be a team player, you know, support, and, you know, if I say I'm going to do something, just try to be a woman of my word.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, for me, I would just have to say, just kind of going off of what they already said. Oh, a mic. Let me get closer. I guess just to start, somebody has to start it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't even know what to do to promote unity.
Yeah.
So like groups like this and joining groups like this, that's just one way that I try to, you know, go about it.
Okay.
Because, you know, like by yourself, you don't get a lot done. As a group, we can conquer a lot of different things.
And that's something we saw with our Christmas beginning that we did or whatever. We all came together and, you know, played a part and helped those families. So that was really, I salute them for what they did. So.
All right. So when you combine your resources, again, you can do so much more than trying to do it separately.
Right.
All right. What would true unity look and feel like to you, either in your home or dating community, true unity? Like, what would it feel and look like to you?
I think that if we understand unity and we allow our differences to kind of complement one another rather than contradict each other, then we can go so much further. So, like they said, working together, finding people who are like you, who share those same goals as you in the community, because supporting each other, that's the biggest thing, especially around here in this community. It's a lot of lack of support. So if we have a lot of people, there are so many individuals who are doing great things, and so if we all kind of get together and work together, then we can make that. Yes.
We can make a bigger impact.
We can.
And I know I heard you talking about everyone you all to talk about. Back during the summer, there were quite a few back to school bashes. There was one that really stood out. Not to say no one else's was important. Mm-hmm. This particular one, it was combined effort.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was like, I can't put into words how I felt seeing all these organizations come together for a common cause. Again, so talk about that, please.
Well, we were a part of the back to school bash that was put on by the Black Professionals Network back in August, and I really thought it was a really, really good turnout. It was really it was unified. I mean, everybody was there. Everybody was, there for that purpose and to service the community. It was an amazing feeling to be a part of that. So I took my younger girls when we went to that, and they were all just like, man. Kim's daughter was a part of that, so I mean,
she enjoyed that.
Yeah, they were really, oh my goodness. It was a lot of people there, but it was really unified, and you could tell it was unified.
Okay.
So.
Let's take more to a few people right quick. Mr. Adrian Everett, Miss Emma Williams, your mom, Quinna.
Good morning, Mama.
And Mr. David Nunez. Thank you all for joining in. Join the conversation if you're out there watching or listening. You can give us a call at 870-277-1080. Tell us how you feel about unity and what are some ways that you would like to see it increase. What are some things that you are doing personally to try to improve the unity in our community? Sorry for using that cliche, but give us a call. Again, 870-277-1080, or drop us a message on our Facebook Live feed. All right, so again, going back to that event, I would love to see more of those type of events come together. I understand that there are different sides of town that need to be served.
Right.
We can still do a collaborative effort, different days, different weeks, whatever the case may be, on those different towns, so that everyone feels included. So, just that day, seeing those organizations come together, and everything flowed.
Right.
People were in their place. But all this took place before the event. Like, there was a lot of behind-the-scenes logistics that had to take place for it to even be pulled off on the day of. So, shout out to every single person that played a role. Again, that's unity coming together. Everyone putting their selfish egos aside and their personal needs, and like, okay, this is for a bigger cause.
Correct.
All right. Anybody else want to weigh in? Okay. What are some ways we as a community can begin the process of increasing and or creating unity for the future generations?
Just being the example for them.
Okay.
Showing them what unity looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, put your selfish agendas to the side, whatever, and actually showing them what unity looks like. And I'm really big on that in all the groups that I have. I want to show them this is what unity looks like. We're stronger together than we are divided. So that's a saying that I tell each and every last one of them. So
that's good. Like you were mentioning about the back to school bash, I think if we find other ways to come together, other events where we all can put our different ideas together and work together, rather than having or competing against one another, because that's what a lot of individuals, that mindset, being more open-minded, understanding that we're all going to have different viewpoints, but just finding a way to kind of work together. And like she said, if you're being the example or showing and setting that example, then the next generation has no choice but to kind of follow this.
Yes. I would love to see more of our younger people become ambassadors for good, for change. Be those individuals that we know they can be. And it starts within your home. If we individually teach our children or whoever we have care over about the importance of coming together, being unified in our service, and then that can eventually spill over, I guess you say,
Right.
And spill over into whatever organizations they're with, other interactions they make, and hopefully we can see less division between. I understand there's always going to be some. Not everyone is going to get along. Not everyone is going to see eye to eye. Not everyone is going to just be hold hands and sing kumbaya. Right. However, if we could just constantly kind of drill that, okay, in a moment of crisis, let's look beyond our differences because that doesn't matter at this moment. We need to be more unified in our efforts to, again, increase the quality of life for all those around us.
Right.
Me personally, I would like to work on, well, I am working on one project. It's called Camp Radio. It'll start this month. Some of the Adjusted Crown members will be a part of that. I'm hosting a monthly radio talk show on Saturdays for the young people. And I want to also include their leaders and host, regular kind of sessions. More details will be given out, as time goes on, but that's my way of trying to increase the unity and fellowship among the younger generation. We don't want to leave them behind. We as adults often think we know it all, we know what they need, we're just going to create this program for them. We don't often give them a voice to say, this is what I really need. And that's what I hope to do. And it's not that I'm trying to create a whole nother program, it's just a hub for everybody to come together. Again, trying to increase the unity, and hopefully with these young people, it'll spill over, and create a domino effect.
Right.
All right. Express some of the moments that you witnessed unity at its best. So we talked about the Black Professionals Network, Back to School Bash, and again, there was a multitude of organizations coming together. But what are some other ways you've seen witness unity?
I noticed that they had some other events. I think it was a Christmas toy drive and the Thanksgiving. I think during the Thanksgiving time, I had sessions in Missouri, so I didn't get a chance to take a part of that. And then they had the graduation. Missouri had the graduation when they had the toy drive. So those two events I kind of, missed. But from what I saw, it looked like it was organized and it was unified. So
there was another. I won't say event, but the Kappa, the alumni. Okay, the alumni chapter of Kappas and Delta came together and did like a canned food drive, trying to help supply food to one of the food banks here in town. So that was one way other groups came together to do something unified. What are some other things you all seen or heard of?
I saw the Food Wars or something like that where they had the different boxes at the local schools and they were collecting canned goods for that. Also, what she mentioned, the toy drive, the Thanksgiving dinner, that was really good. I know during the holidays it's a lot easier, it seems, to kind of put together more efforts, but
I would like to see initiatives pop up, not just around the holidays, but all
throughout the year. Yeah, I think that would be really good.
Well, that's something that's something we do. We try to do something every month.
Okay.
We pick something and we make that happen every month because it's not just the holidays. People need stuff every day.
Right.
Another thing that happens here in Jonesboro, nationwide, is United Way hosts Day of Caring. So
I was a part of that.
Okay. Different people from different businesses come together to help support nonprofit businesses by performing different jobs around their business, whether it's filing, sorting, painting, carpentry, just all types of odd jobs. And I want to say we're very grateful to have had some people from a local business come and help put up some shelves in our studios and some other work around the studio. So There are people that do come together. That's another way that you can be unified and serving.
Right.
We're actually working on like a Mother's Day brunch coming up for 2019. I know it's not anything current, but that's something that we put out on the table that we want to work on for our single moms for next year. So.
And when you all have meetings with the young ladies, do you talk about ways that they can serve the community, and do they bring a lot of ideas to the table?
For the mentoring program, as far as for those young ladies, yes.
Okay.
We try to find different things for them to do, which like I keep a, what is it called, a volunteer sheet?
Yeah, volunteer sheet.
Okay.
They got those, so we have that, so.
Now, is added incentive if they either come up with an idea or follow through with whatever you have planned for them? Do they gain extra points, or I don't know, however you do it, they gain something that leads them to maybe some type of award or reward?
Well, for when they did the parade, the Veterans Day parade, you know, they got treated to cheddars. Everybody went to cheddars. So, I mean, that was one thing that we did. But as far as having an incentive in place every time, I haven't done that. I might need to try that.
I don't know. Sometimes, especially young people now, some of them do have a heart to serve, but at the same time,
they need
if
the
they
extra
know they're
push.
working, if they know they're working for something, they'll work a little harder, but they're still getting something out of it. All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're tuning in to Community Conversations on KLK 102.5 FM. Today is day 1 of Kawanzaa, Umoja, which means unity. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
How can you keep things from heating up between you and an old flame? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. Well, for a flame to exist, you have to have fuel. You know, those old pictures you've tucked away, the love letters you've saved, the texts you exchange, the seemingly harmless flirtations on Facebook. These are the fuel that, given a spark, might just become a raging inferno. So, the first step to extinguish an old flame is to get rid of the fuel source. Throw out the reminders, get rid of the pictures of romantic embraces, and snuff out the old embers. Remember, your family first.
For more resources on today's topic, go to markmerrill.com. The Family Minute with Mark Merrill, helping families love well.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a non-profit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
This is how we do it.
Hey KLEK, it's your girl Allie J, inviting you to come hang with us at Twilight Skate, January 15th for our 90s skate party. That's right, we're playing all your favorite 90s hits, jams, and classics in a special live broadcast on Facebook and KLEK 102.5 FM. It's only $5 to get in and $1.50 for skate rentals. Tuesday, January 15th from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. And if you missed it last time, here's your chance to come kick it with KLEK at Twilight Skate 2700 Phillips Drive for a night of the 90s. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
This Christmas, Craighead County Circuit Clerk Candace Edwards hopes that you and yours will be touched by the real meaning of Christmas. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. As we remember the greatest gift of all, we wish you and your loved ones a blessed Christmas and a blessed New Year.
The key to making this station even better could be parked in your driveway right now. Donate your old car to us, you'll get a tax deduction, and we'll tow it away for free.
Go to klekfm.org for more information.
The Craighead County Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade Committee will host the annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Explosion Parade and Celebration January 20th and 21st. The theme is Unity. Youth Explosion will take place Sunday, January 20th at 3:30 p.m. at the Jonesboro High School Auditorium. The MLK Parade will begin Monday, January 21st, with participants lining up at 9:30 a.m. and the parade starting at 11 a.m. at the Arkansas State University Armory. The MLK program will begin at noon at the Arkansas State University Fowler Center. The keynote speaker will be Dr. Logan Hampton, president of Lane College. More information is available via Dr. Ray Scales at 870-897-3076 or Deidre Jones at 870-819-7301.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Khalilah Jones. My special guests are Ms. Kimberly Smith, Ms. Tara Williams, Ms. Yashara Barber, and Ms. Keandra Borders. They are from the Single Moms Edition, which is a derivative of the Adjusted Crown Mentoring Program. Oh, let me get everybody back on camera. Alrighty. So we're going to continue our discussion. Today is day one of Kawanzaa, which is Umoja or unity. And it basically means to strive, to come together, to create this unity, do things together collectively within our community to uplift, increase quality of life, everyone, help boost morale, just everyone coming together, working for a common goal and purpose, just for the betterment of the community. I want to read something that I found. This is about the principle of Umoja. During the dark days of slavery and the subsequent discrimination that followed, our people used the principle of Umoja for survival. Although we had little, we shared what little we had. We somehow managed to always have enough. Sticking together means building on the strengths of the individuals and the group. Sticking together makes the entire group stronger, a force to be reckoned with. A single strand of steel has no strength, but when braided together, it can hold an entire bridge. We must braid together as a community in order to remain strong. Just as the rusty strand will weaken the entire bridge, a parasite weakens the entire community. We must never take without giving more. We all have a contribution to make, and we must each contribute before any of us can reap the benefits of the harvest. Umoja is a principle of individual responsibility. We each have the responsibility to our homes, our families, and our communities. We are each a brick in the structure. Take on your personal responsibility, contribute to the community as a whole, and it will grow tall and strong as a skyscraper. So that kind of helps drive the message home. And we have seen this within our own families. I don't know how most of you grew up. I grew up in a rural area, and my uncle was a farmer, aunt was a housewife, but the little we had, again, we made it work. But with the help of our fellow neighbors, there were people who were sharecroppers at the time, and people who had gardens and who had other things. So everyone in that little community, in that rural area, shared what they had with everyone else to help make everyone else's life a little better. So we as a people need to continue that practice. I know now times are different. We live in a more fast-paced society. However, there are still those around us that lack something, whether it's, companionship, love, friendship, money, whatever the case. if we all work together to help someone else, we all take on our personal responsibility of helping someone else. Like the statement said, we can help grow our community into a better place. And so one thing I want to focus more on which is single moms group. I was a single mom at one point. I guess I kind of am now, even though my child is grown. But I know what it's like when you feel like you're all alone in a matter. You're raising your child, you're going to work every day, and you feel like there's no one around you that really understands. But now you all have this group to let other moms know you're not alone in this matter. So talk about more about the group. What are some things that you all discuss or do? How do you help uplift each other in your time of need?
Well, what we're doing now, we haven't had an initial meeting for like just the single moms. We've had a meeting amongst ourselves, and I pretty much told them that, I really want to focus on, uplifting the single moms, empowering them, showing them how to honestly grind, to honestly, make a living for themselves and for their children. Letting them know that we do understand where you're at. We understand the late nights, the early mornings. We understand, the doctor's appointments that we have to, we have to take the kids to, basketball, football, whatever it is. We understand that, but in that, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You have people that you can depend on now. You have this group that's going to help you get through it. You know what I'm saying? If you just need to talk, call us. We have direct lines. Call us. We're here to help you. We're here to uplift you. We're here to empower you and to show you, you're not alone.
And I know we don't live in a time when the civil rights movement was going on, but from my studies, from the videos, documentaries, and the studying that I've done for a class, there were times that those families really stuck together. Someone didn't have a car. One family didn't have a car. One had a car. They carpooled. Somebody was sick. A group of people got together and cooked for that one family. There were things that they did on an individual level that came together. I mean, it just worked like a well-oiled machine. It's like no one had to beg. It's like they asked, yes, but they didn't have to beg and be left without for such a long period of time. And I would love to see us come back together with that village mentality of if someone in our village is down or in need, we just say, okay, what can you do? What can you bring? I got this and I have that. Let's come together. There were also times when women had children. They didn't have to call their best friend. It's like people were just there.
They already knew.
They had friends and family who would come together to help ease the burden of that parent, no matter how old she was, no matter if she had a husband or not. It was just something that women in the village did. And now at times, and I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody. I know our lives are different. However, I would just, again, if we could start developing that mindset again, when someone has a child, let's put a gift basket together. Let's all cook a dish, or just do something more. If you can't physically go, contribute something.
And get back to that moment. Like you said, I think all of us just being able to be that outlet, and provide a different resource, whether she does something different or she does something different, and being able to share that. Like you said, cooking something. I always tell my family, or I tell other people, what if your family is waiting to see what leadership looks like? Like what if you're the only one that is actually doing something and they're waiting to see what it looks like? Because a lot of our family, like I always tell my mom, her generation failed us. I love them, but I feel like they failed us in a lot of ways. And it's like we're working hard to get back to what their families probably gave them. You know what I'm saying? So if we can all kind of, like you said, work together and it be understood, because a lot of times people are feeling like they're begging, or if they're asked for something, people frown upon that, and then it comes to where we have too much pride and we don't even want to ask for it or ask about it. So
yes, because we also have seen this in our community. Instead of quietly helping somebody, we want to post. Now in the days of social media, we want to share everything we've done. And it doesn't have to be like that. If you're going to do something out of the kindness of your heart, just do it.
Just do it. You don't have to record it.
That's something that I told them with the when we did the sponsoring for the family. families. I said, now everybody has been here, you know what I'm saying? So I do not want cameras. I don't want nobody video recording anything. Now, as far as taking pictures with the gifts, they didn't know who the families were.
Okay.
But, you know what I'm saying, actually going in, oh, we're doing this, we're doing it. No,
Right.
I didn't want that. And everybody, you know, understood that. Everybody was on the same page with that. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
It is one thing to share a story, and I would like to see more stories of the act,
Right.
you know, so that hopefully can inspire someone else to say, okay, I want to see what I can do. But sharing every single detail and I don't know, it just, there's a line that needs to be drawn.
Right.
It doesn't seem genuine.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but again, we all have a role to play in this community, and I want to see us all come together. Ms. Queena says, we are stronger and better. 100%. Amen. And again, if we have that mentality, okay, think of a community as a structure, and no matter what it's made out of, steel, wood, bricks, whatever, we all are a piece, a part of it. And think of a body. You know, we hear those who go to church. You know, there's the scriptures about, you know, one body, many parts, and so same with our community, one body, many parts. But again, we all have a role to play. If one part is always taking and never giving back, then it depletes the resources, and you know, from one side. And so we have to, again, like the statement said, give back as much or more than we get. We have to, yes, give more than we take.
That's right.
But like that. So I would love to see us again come together, and then we have to think about the future generations. You mentioned, Mr. Shar, about you feel like your parents or some people in your past generations, you know, failed you, and because I have seen a gap. I would say I feel like I don't want to say I failed my child, but I don't feel like I've given him enough. Like he's 21, and he doesn't know the inner workings of a car, or he doesn't know how to cook a certain meal. You know, there's some things he don't know that I knew at that age, and so I can't go backwards. I can only go forward. Right. And hopefully he grasps it and not fight me again. But again, I want to see us, you know, start having these sit-down conversations with our children. There's a lot of things they should know, they don't know. If they don't get it from us, they're going to get it from the street.
That's right.
That's
right, absolutely.
Again, and then if we don't have the answers, you have a collective group of people,
right,
who may have the answers, people that you trust. So hopefully you trust them with your children.
Yeah.
So again, I just want to see us kind of get back to that village mentality where we teach our children, you respect your elders, no matter if that elder is 20, 30, 40, they're still older than you.
Right.
That's your elder. And then when we see someone else's child, I tell anybody, if you see my child on the street, you say something to him, and they come and tell me later. Right. So, again, getting back to that village mentality, each one of us doing our part.
Right.
So, anybody have anything else they want to add? Miss Tara, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Would you like to add anything to our discussion?
Well, it's basically the same thing that y'all have already said, though. But yeah, I think we just need to just drop knowledge on our children. You know, nowadays so many people be scared to share information, but it's okay. Sharing is caring.
Yes,
and if you can keep somebody from making maybe the same mistake that you made, then share.
That's right. Oh yes, ma'am. Most definitely. Also on this reading, it has some resolutions for unity. It says, I will pull my own weight as well as the weight of those who are unable to pull their own. We talked about that. If we see someone that is lacking or down, sometimes we don't reach out. And I personally have been guilty of this. I kind of had this mentality, I got mine, you get yours, and I think if we get out of that mentality, there are some people who just don't want to do better or be better.
Right.
There's always going to be those people, but if there are those who are striving to be better, if I have a way to help them, I'm going to do my best. Right. And if I don't, I'm going to call someone else who I think can and continue that cycle.
I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of people just don't know. They lack that knowledge, or who can I go to talk to, or especially if you think about some family aspects may be negative. So that's all they hear, and that's what's tearing them down. And so they might not have, like Queandria or Kimberly or somebody to go to and talk to, so they don't know whether. And then like your program that you're starting with the young generation, as far as like doing radio interviews and different things like that, they may not know how to do resumes or just different things to just kind of help build them up. It may not be that they are struggling with a bill. It may just be that they need a way to find a job, so they don't know like where to start there. So I think that's good to have different resources and different people to go to, where you can direct them. Hey, Goodwill does this, or hey,
and that's
Quavila's doing this.
And that's why it's important to have, with us as adults being unified, us that are a part of organizations that have access to resources, being unified and having those connections so that we can share it with others.
Right.
If I don't know, then I have someone I can reach out to.
Right, and then get it back to them.
Yes. All right. I will not weaken my community by enabling those who are unwilling to pull their own weight. So we see people that have certain issues, and instead of trying to help pull them up out of it, we just support them in their situation versus like, okay, how can I help you rise up or rise above or change or do some things different? And we know whatever they're doing is detrimental to their either personal health or quality of life, whatever the case may be. So we need to stop enabling people, stop babysitting people, and start helping to pull them up out of that, and so they can become a more productive member. It's not if they want to. That's the key thing.
That's the thing.
Okay, I will continue to be a role model for the children in the community to ensure a strong future. Very important. Kids kind of live what they learn, or if they see it at home, they feel like, well, that's just how it is, how I can be or how I should be. We need to be those living examples for our children, and we can't teach them and preach them one thing and then do something totally different.
I have an example for that. One day we were at the hospital, and it was this young lady that came up, and actually Kimberly had when she was up there while I was at work or whatever, and it was a lady that came up, and she was like, is the chaplain here? I need to talk to somebody, because I don't have any food.
Okay.
And I guess the chaplain during that time was purchasing food for families. I don't know, but the chaplain wasn't there on that particular weekend, so she asked, and I'm like, well, what is it that you need? And she was like, I'm hungry. So I took over to the cafe, and I let her get whatever she wanted.
Okay.
And we could just swipe our badge or whatever. So Kinley, still to this day, she's talking about that. She was like, Mama, you really helped that woman. Wow. That was, that was hungry. You really did that. That was so nice of you. And I'm like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. She was like, so that's what I'm supposed to do when I get grown. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. So it is true. Kids watch everything that you do, and they model whatever you're showing them. So I try my hardest to show her, you know what I'm saying? This is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to, give back. Yes. I didn't know that woman from a can of paint, you know what I'm saying? And because I have a heart to give, I was like, I can't let her go hungry. I won't let her go hungry because I could be in that situation. So we always be mindful that, we're a split second away from anything.
Yes, ma'am. We never know. All right, and then Miss Quinna says again, be true to... I love your mama.
She's so sweet.
Be true to yourself. Be open and willing to share, and be transparent. And that's it. How can we bring others? How can we draw others if we are holding back?
Right.
That's correct.
I mean, it's one thing to be... So some people are just like transparent to a fault. Like they just all wide open. However, if you're trying to reach someone, if you're trying to draw them in, you do need to be able to share enough about yourself so they can understand that you're not fake, you're phony.
Right.
That you're not just trying to gain their trust under false pretenses. They need to understand that you have either going through what they're dealing with, and you do have a way to help them by your life experience. So, yeah.
All of my girls that have come through my program so far, they know that Miss Q, she is gonna, I'm an open book, you know what I'm saying? There's some things that I'm gonna take to the grave, but some things I will share, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want them to make the same mistakes that I made. So I'm always transparent with my babies, always.
When I was able to still go to church on a regular, I had started a little small mentor devotional group with the girls at church, and I was open about some things that happened between me and my mom and what I experienced as a teenager, because they were teenagers at the time. And I wanted them to feel like, okay, Miss Kabila knows what she's talking about, because, from the age of 14 to 20-something, let's just say those were some rough years. But I wanted to let them know that I've done a few things, seen a few things, and I understand what they're feeling and dealing with as teenagers. The year may be different than when I was a teenager, but some of the game is still the same, just a different time.
That's right. The game gonna remain the same.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. All right. So, another resolution is I will continue to pursue knowledge and share this knowledge with my community. That's one thing that I see doesn't happen as much. Some people go to school, they move away. Or some people, they gain a certain knowledge or certain skill, certain education, they keep it to themselves, and they only build for themselves without sharing with other people. I bet each of us around this table have different sets of skills that if we put them all together, we probably can create something really fabulous. Right. I would love to see more businesses pop up. That's something that's talked about during like cooperative economics, but I would love to see more of us come together again, be more unified. Again, each of us have different skills that if we create I bet if we had enough time to sit and talk about a business plan, we could probably create something really fabulous. Right. And each of us could contribute something different that could really help it grow. Same thing within our community. But we're going to put a pause right there. We'll come back, we'll wrap up our discussion. Again, you're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Our Think Wealthy quote of the week comes from Black Enterprise consumer expert and money section editor, Sharisa Naw.
Well, women are naturally inclined to protect what belongs to them, whether it's their children or their spouse. So we as women need to transfer this behavior to the way we approach money, and we need to do this by protecting our wealth.
Women who are mothers are major keys to boosting the financial literacy of future generations. It is critical to the economic health of families and communities for women to commit to their own financial education, as well as to build the confidence to build and protect their wealth.
So women need to really learn as much as they can about managing their money, learn how to balance a checkbook, learn how much money is coming in and going out of your household, and also learn what bills you and your spouse are responsible for.
I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Starks Auto Plaza at 2829 Red Wolf Boulevard is a proud KLEK supporter, offering luxury pre-owned vehicles sold wholesale to the public. At Starks, we never say no. 870-203-9980. Details at starksautoplaza.com.
Let us keep Christmas holding it close to our hearts, for its meaning never ends, and its spirit is the warmth and joy of remembering friends. Merry Christmas and every happiness in the new year from Craighead County Tax Collector, Wes Eddington. House of Details, located at 3915 East Highland in Jonesboro, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle: basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, waxing, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more, with the motto of anything mean we can clean. Details at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and at klekfm.org.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Officer Jonathan Higgins of the Jonesboro Police Department. One of the best decisions I ever made was to join the Jonesboro Police Department. Since joining, I've had the pleasure to give back, protect, and serve my community. Now I want to let you know about that same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing for the patrol officers at the Valley View High School. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information, 870-935-5657.
Applications are being accepted. Applications are available at jonesboropolice.com.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to the last segment of Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. As we get ready to close, I'm going to let each lady go around the table and talk about what they would do for unity. Today's discussion has been day one of Kawanzaa, which is Umoja, which means unity. And so we have been talking about different ways that we can, that we've seen unity displayed in our communities and ways that we individually can contribute to the whole of the community. So just as a final thought, well, first I want to read another comment from Ms. Quina. Thank you so much for watching and checking in today. Good morning to Ms. Erica Stiles. Okay, Ms. Quina says, in the voice of Michael Jackson, somebody's watching, you'll let our lives be that of what we say. Be real, be honest, be people of integrity, be kind, be caring, etc. Oh, glory. So, in order to, create this unity in our community, within our families and on our jobs or wherever you are, we have to just, be those living examples of what we want to see. We have to represent what we want to see, what we hope others will be, starting with our children it starts at home. Right. So I want to encourage everyone to look up some information on Kawanzaa. This is something that can be practiced all year round, and as each day go on and you learn about the different principles, make this a family discussion. Even if you don't get all of the different candles and the cup and the different things that go along with Kwanzaa, still have the discussion with your family and talk about how you as a family can do things within your community. So I'm gonna stop talking, let each person have a moment to talk about what are some ways going forward for 2019 that you will contribute to unity.
I would say for myself, I will continue to set the standard as far as showing and exemplifying what unity is how unity is supposed to be. The Adjusted Crown is not just, a book that I publish. It's actually a way of life, I'm going to continue to adjust my crown through everything. And then, always showing that we're stronger together than we are divided. So,
can I add one little thing? And I know this has all been all over social media, Instagram mainly. Help adjust somebody else's crown in the process. Right. That's another way that we can work together. You see your fellow sister down. I'm saying sister because we're all women here today. Right. You see your fellow sister, down, slow, whatever's going on in her life, adjust her crown as well. Right. And you don't have to tell anybody else about it.
That's right.
Right.
Well, I would make a commitment to practice what I preach, to show an act of kindness, whether it's daily.
Okay.
I will be proactive in my efforts. I feel like true leadership is the willingness to show others that you're willing to be vulnerable, you're willing to be transparent, and that I will allow others to know that they need to own their story, own what's happened to them. And once they do, then they're able to rewrite the ending. They're able to use their voice. And so.
Okay. All right, Ms. Tara.
Well, I would like to just continue to lead by example, and be willing to share what I know with others. And another thing that I want to try to do too, I'm the owner and operator of Pure Essence Hair Salon, and I just want to get into maybe giving back to the moms, for their daughters and stuff who's not able to afford to get their kids' hair done. I want to try to work on something, so hopefully in 2019 something like that.
That'll be good.
And again, in order for you to do what you want to do, we as a community need to back you. We're non-profit, non-commercial, so I can't say ghosts. I can't. Certain things I can't say. However,
right. I understand.
On an individual level, we need to support each other in our businesses that we have and other things that we have going on. If we want to see that person grow and give back more, we got to support them so they have more to give.
Yes.
Right. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you.
All right. Kimberly.
All right. My plan for 2019 is just to continue to be proactive in the groups I'm already involved in.
Okay.
And I'd like to see some diversity in the groups. Let's bring that in.
Okay.
Because it's not just about us. It's about everybody. Right. And also make sure to get the kids involved more. Because, like you said, it starts at home.
Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, so very much. I want to thank everyone out there who's tuned in, who's watched our show, who's out there listening, wherever you are. And thank everyone for supporting KLK. That goes right back into unity for those that support us. We could not be here without you all. So we thank you for your collective effort to help keep us on the air. And we strive every day to be a voice for the minority, not just the minority community, but the community as a whole. And we invite people from all walks of life to be guests on the show and to support and come in and see the station. So, look, we're here for everyone, but we couldn't do what we do without all of you all. And so thank you so much for joining us today. I hope everyone enjoyed this discussion on unity. I hope that you're making plans to find ways to increase the unity in your home, your job, in your community, wherever you are. Just with your neighbor, with everyone you meet. We don't realize the little things that we do that we think no one is watching, they are. And we don't know how it may inspire someone or what it may spark within them. So again, being honest and being transparent and being a person of integrity, as your mom says, we have to be that example, that living, breathing example. We want others to take on that as well. So, all right. Any final thoughts, ladies?
We enjoyed the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Everyone's a little quiet at first, but that's okay. I try to have a way to bring everybody out of the show.
Warm up a little bit.
And I hope that you all, take this discussion home and have it with your children and, tell them, okay, this celebration is about us, our people are trying to build a connection with who we are, who we were, where we come from, our ancestors, and try to keep that connection. Hopefully they'll pass it down throughout the generations as well. So I want to thank you all for being a part of our show. Thank everyone out there, and hope everyone has a very blessed day and try to stay warm. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants